Hi everyone, I want to welcome you to the big Hitman Agent 47 1/6 scale figure video. This will be a showcase, a review, an information video, and a pose special. It's going to have everything. It's going to be a long one, so Hitman fans are in for a treat. Let us begin. Now, thanks to these two figures in front here, the 1984 Hot Toys T800 Tech Noir version and the Hot Toys Terminator 2 Endoskeleton Clean version, this one's actually quite old now. These two both came with the guns that I've used for 47 to represent his silver ballers. I will sort out some silencers for them in the future. I'm waiting for my sniper rifle to arrive. That comes with a nice big silencer that I think should fit on one of these pretty nicely. So at least in a future showcase I will have 47 with his signature silver ballers with the silencer on top. Now the older T800 Endoskeleton came with one of these silver guns that has no moving parts. It's painted really well, but it doesn't move at all. And the new, more recent T800 from the Tech Noir scene, his gun very similar in the look, but a little bit more of a more fancy chrome effect. But very, very cool figures, and I'm glad that I was lucky enough, well, definitely a case of luck I think here, because I was able to have two guns. I looked on eBay and I could not find any, so that worked out really nicely. But yep, this guy comes with the silver gun with the moving slide and the clip that comes out, and this one here came with one that doesn't move at all, no clip, doesn't come out, none of that stuff. It's all just one sculpt. But thanks to these two, we were able to, oops, get out of the way. We're able to have this. Now this is one of those times when I really wish I had a rotating base. I don't have one. I need to get one soon, because if there was ever a pose that needed a rotating base, it is this one. I think we can all agree this needs to be turning around nice and smooth so that we can see the back, because this pose actually looks really cool from the back as well. Look at that. It's got kind of a Jesus Christ thing about it on the cross. It certainly is, yeah, it's something very special. Oh, there he goes. Okay. But yep, thanks to these two, I was able to get the two silver baller look happening. So one thing I need to get around to actually fixing is, once I remove the laser scopes from the guns, it's different for each one. This was the scope that was on the original older gun with no moving parts, and when I removed it, it's actually attached to the black grip here. So I think it's this one over there. If you were to turn it around, thankfully it's in his hand so you will never see it, but it doesn't actually have a black grip on this one. And this one here, which is the, yep, this is the more recent one with a sliding part. This one, very nice. I wish they were both like this, but that was handy because yeah, I could do some photographs where it looked like the gun was actually firing off. Had to Photoshop or paint in the photograph at the beginning of the first showcase. Had to kind of paint what I thought a bullet leaving a gun would look like. So that was interesting, but I think it worked in the end. I just had to draw like a kind of, you know, like a burst, and so that was fun. But yeah, I need to basically, on this one, you can just about see the top of the black grip isn't there, because that was, where is it? Yeah, that was this one. And when you removed it, it took away that section of the grip, so that needs to be fixed with super sculpty clay and a little bit of black paint. But for the showcase videos, I simply just photoshopped that bit black, and no one could tell. So that was cool. So yep. You need to remove your sights if you have these guns and you're putting together a 47. It's not hard to do. You just be careful and do it slowly, and just pry them off with a little, you know, tweezers or something. They come off fine, and they'll go back on again easy as well. Now that's the other reason I'm not too sure if I actually want to, because I think this is fine for display. I mean, no one's really going to notice that, I don't think. And the other one is always facing that way in his hand, so you'll never see the other side of the grip. So that one's fine. Temporarily I might just use some thumbtack, some of that blue tack stuff, and just put it there and color that black, so that at first view, you know, it'll just look normal. And then I can easily just take that off, and if I want to display my Terminator again, I can just put these back on. So that's that. Now for 47's suit, I went with the Agent K Men in Black figure. I decided to use that suit because obviously I had those figures and I knew that the suits were very sharp, very, you know, tailored really well, and they have like a very subtle sort of, I'll show you on Will. All these suits have like a subtle cardboard or something like that. I'm not too sure what it is, but it starts, I don't know, it feels like it just could, you know, be some kind of foam, but I don't know, you can definitely feel where it starts and ends. It's very sort of specifically over the shoulder and comes down here, then goes up, you know, and it keeps the shoulders straight the way you'd want them to be, and it also kind of gives off that muscle look in the back, which I really like. Excellent for 47. But the suits are fantastic. I did want to use the Men in Black shirts as well, because the actual cuffs are a bit longer, the sleeves are a bit longer, and it would have been easier to have the cuffs always showing. You can just about make out the cuff under there for 47. But you do have to pull them out every now and then, because they'll just go back under the jacket. But yeah, the collar was a little bit too big, so I didn't use the Enterbay shirts for 47. These are accurate to the Men in Black movies, but not to 47. His collar's always a bit smaller. So I used the jacket, the pants, the belt. Pretty standard belt, really. Enterbay logo in there. Nice stitching. Really, really, really nice suits. Just awesome. And the shoes with the real laces. Very good. Not as shiny as maybe 47 shoes were probably in the games and stuff. I don't know, but his shoes are probably really shiny, which I was going to use the standard kind of Hot Toys shoes, like these ones you get on Gordon. Really, you know, they're just plastic molded, but they are very shiny, and maybe that would actually set off the figure a bit more. So I don't know, I'm trying to decide between shiny, all plastic sculpted shoes, or less shiny but with real laces, adding that touch of realism. Tough one, but I can always swap. So I'm sure 47 would want to say a very big thank you, or even me would like to say, you know, I would like to say a very big thank you to the Enterbay Men in Black figures for existing in my world, because screw going on eBay and trying to, you know, decide which suit is going to be the right one, and then, you know, it turns up and you might pay however much you pay for it, and then it looked great in a photograph on eBay, but then when you get it, it just doesn't really sit well, or it's a bit baggy, or you know, the shoulders don't kind of, you know, like with the Gordon I've got here, this was originally the Scarecrow jacket, and you can see there's no padding in the shoulders, so they wrinkle up, and this bit just looks messy, and I don't like that. See that? Nasty. Won't go away. I could steam it and do all that stuff, but oh shit, what I just dropped? I just dropped his walkie-talkie, I think. But yeah, this figure needs a lot of work. Temporary. Yeah, not good. But yeah, you just see the way, yucky, yucky, yuck, 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 yuck. It's all about this. This is classy. See this? That's a suit. That's two suits right there. Will Smith coming up behind 47 to say, "You're looking good. I think I want to know you better." 47's like, "Don't touch me." I don't know why he sounds like Batman. Oh, he's leaning in for a kiss. No, he's just falling over. I mean, for 47, the suit has to be very sharp. It has to sit well. I mean, I'm going to get myself a different tie. I don't like this tie very much. It's too bright, and I would like to try and track down one of those 1/6 scale tie clips. That's going to be hard. Not a bad little pose here. Bit of a weird one. It actually happened by accident when I had him in his comedy kind of falling over pose that I was messing around with earlier. I managed to turn it into something great, so here you go. Behold the lift-off shot. It's about to round off in someone's face. Leg lifting off. Ooh. One of his laces has come undone here, so he's going to have to stop, do that up at some point. Accident waiting to happen. He's going to trip and bang his head. The fact that he's bald probably heightens the danger of a fall, really, because at least you've got a bit of hair, then you can cushion any blow that your head might suffer. Anyway, he's taking off, he's leaping backwards. Maybe he's seen a cat. Here's one of him on a rooftop with the shotgun, looking down at someone he's about to let one off in their face, or two, let two off in the face. And he could always reload and put some more in there. He's up on the roof, getting ready to come down. Look at that, look at the eyes. Simple, very simple, but tells the story. I'm just going to put that one on another angle for you because I'm good to you like that. Look at that, lifting off. Yeah, that's a good one. So in this pose, I'm thinking he is waiting for his target to come home. And he is sitting and waiting, ready, a little bit impatient, giving his knee a tap. Batman Begins hands are the ones I've been using mostly. Bank Robber Joker hands have also come in handy. But this is the waiting pose, very creepy. Look at that. I really like the knee tap. Shoes are looking good. Getting ready to pop that off in someone's face. Double trouble, flying backwards. Shit's really kicking off, and he has had to retreat, but he's not going to do that without taking a few lives with him. So that's how that works. Look at that. Just yeah, that's full tilt, balls out, posing action there. Look at that. One of the guns is actually firing off. Forget about it. Look at that. It's not touching the wall. No, none of that. That's real. But yeah, that's pretty sick. I've got myself a little bit aroused doing this. This is good. That's a good one. That could possibly be pose of the year so far. Can I say that? Should I say that? I think I might. I think I will. Someone else came in from the side and started giving him grief, so he's had to deal with him briefly, but that's a mid-air decision right there. He's had to deal with the guy coming from the side. He's still dealing with the people coming from this direction. But that is happening right now. Look at that. Matrix style. Look at this. Your basic readying up. You don't just run into a building and start popping off in people's faces without making sure you've got some bullets in your gun. So that's what he's doing. He's missing a couple of these buttons. The Enterbay Men in Black figures came with some spare ones in a bag. I'm just not looking forward to trying to glue them onto the suit because it's going to be a nightmare. The name of this pose is You Fucked Up. Look at him just stepping over the light, don't even care anymore, just death. Death, death, death. Little chilled out pose, he's taking a break, sitting down, having a little think. Suit always looks sick. Alright, it's enough resting. Alright, idea behind this pose, as unrealistic as it is, because if you let that off in your face one-handed, that gun, he'd probably break his wrist or damage something in his arm and he'd look a right prat. But it's just a figure and it's all make-believe, so he's going to let one off in the face, and if that doesn't do it, he's going to bring this round and divorce the head from the body. There'll be a separation, no trial. just the separation. Yeah, he's going to wield round that axe there, and he's going to use it if this doesn't do the job. But he's looking right at you, right in your face. Look at that. Yeah. Nice. Oh shit. It's the Sandman pose. Coming to put someone to sleep. Look at the knife. He's getting his creep on, man. You know, if you've played the game, especially Hitman 2 Silent Assassin, that creep. And he's just creeping up on someone. About to tuck them in. From a bedtime story. Look at that. Really take it in. Notice how the tie is dangling in the direction that it would be if he was moving forward. Look at the knife. Where'd that come from? Jesus. Okay, he's still got his trigger hand on that one, but he's you know, that's a relaxed hand. His finger might be sticking out a little bit. I couldn't be bothered to change it. What are you going to do? Forget about it. Look at this. Shit's crazy. I'll just zoom in here for you. Twins on either side just because they kind of suit him. And they kind of remind me of the Saints from the game, only without the bad habits. But yeah, very happy with how this turned out. As you can see, the suit is just perfect. A little shout out to Hot Toys Kyle, who suggested putting a wire in the tie to get some posability out of the tie. I didn't wire it. I did something very crude because I'm not very happy with the tie that I have at the moment. It's not very good quality, and even if you touch it, the rough sort of surfaces that you can get on your fingertips, if it catches the tie, you get a big sort of thread come out of it. So I am going to get myself another tie. Someone suggested getting the, what was his name, Spirit or something from the film The Spirit. The Samuel L. Jackson figure by Hot Toys apparently comes with a really nice red tie, so I'll see if I can track that down. Probably won't be easy, but in the meantime this tie will do fine. But what I've done to get the posability out of the tie was just I unraveled a paper clip. Oh god, I'm going to do it now. Do this quick. I straightened out the paper clip and sort of created like a bend around here to go around the back of his neck, which would leave this nice long bit of paper clip extended out, and literally the tie is just resting on top of the paper clip that's coming out. And you can bend it obviously and put it however you want it. So that is how I've done the movable or the posable tie, just with a paper clip. It certainly does the job. I mean, we're at a slight underneath angle at the moment, so you will be able to see it, but I'm usually filming from sort of up here, in which case you wouldn't be able to see it. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, really like this pose. They're all on Enterbay stands to keep it sort of consistent. Let's take a look at the head sculpt by Cian. There is another one out there by Headplay, I think. Now, I've got my big light with me. This is one of those head sculpts that really does change depending on where the light hits it from. Now, on every game cover 47, you can never see his eyeballs. They're always hidden by the shadows because the brow kind of comes out and kind of casts that. He's got the deep set eyes, so you can never really see. It's more like a skull. You can see his eyes there, but if I had the camera brightness down, it would look more like what I'm thinking. But just try and get this light underneath. There we go. So we can really get a nice look. Yes, and the texture on the skin, the kind of the flesh tone, it seems like there's just layers upon layers of detail on the skin. There's all kinds of stuff going on. It's crazy. But they got the let's see. See in the background there, that kind of, yeah. They even got the lines on the brow in the right place. Eyebrows, same kind of position. Those kind of lines by the side of the mouth. Very impressive stuff. As I say, this is one of those head sculpts that changes dramatically depending on the light. Evil. Not so evil. Evil. Not so evil. Yeah. Underneath. See, that's nice. A good look at the eyes. See all the detail on the skin tone? Oh, let's get around the back of that head. Everyone's screaming at their monitors or their TVs. Let's see the barcode. Well, there you go. Bit wavy at the bottom, but it doesn't bother me. Just the fact that it's there. From a distance you can see it, it's really good. The back of the neck's worth mentioning. I like the detail on that. Just the whole head sculpt really. It's very, very well done. Always like my figures, usually with their heads tilted down a little bit. I don't know why. Just always sets it off a treat. Look at that. Pissed off. Do love this head sculpt. I want to get a backup one. I want to get a spare. Really like it, and it was really good value. Incredible work that went into this head sculpt for the money that I paid for it. It's just, look at the detail. See all the little freckles and all that madness. Awesome. How many years have I wanted a Hitman figure? Since I got into this, man. Since I, my first figure, the Takara Batman Begins, back in 2006, I think it was. Started thinking about, oh, I'd love to have a Hitman figure in 1/6 scale, and all these years later, finally, had to make it happen myself because it didn't seem like any of the companies were getting on it. But I hope they do. I'd still get it. It's just nice to have this one in the meantime. Mean. And we've got another little pose here, rocking the Scarface gun with the little silencer on it, and the 1/6 screwdriver that came with the sniper rifle. Now, before I forget, I do want to say a massive shout out and thank you to TestJess1 out there in Australia. That's Kevin, because in one of his recent videos he said that he had a Hitman head sculpt, and before that I didn't know there was one. So as soon as I heard Kevin say that he had a Hitman head, I went on eBay and had a look, and sure enough I found one. So that was how I was able to get all this happening. So thank you, Kevin, for making your video and letting me find out about the Hitman head. Been waiting many years to be able to have this figure, so very happy. And probably would have been ages before I would have found out just naturally in the course of time if I hadn't have seen TestJess1's video. So thank you, TestJess1. And this pose, he's it's not really anything. He's just holding both of them. Perhaps he was gonna do away with someone with the gun, and now he's decided, nope, I'm going to do a little DIY on someone's face. It's a couple of days later now, and the sniper rifle turned up, so we have a silencer for the silver baller. Only got one at the moment. We'll sort that out later on, but that's just helping it look a little bit more official. Quick little flick through all of the weapons that I've accumulated for 47. We have the little 1/6 scale screwdriver, metal with plastic, that came with the sniper rifle. Very nice. Nice little bonus to get this. Very happy. And here's the other gun. Nice paint job on this. Slide action, clip comes out, bullet inside, goes back in, ready for action. Very nice. There's that bit that needs fixing. me show you that more close up. When I removed the laser sight scope thing, it was like attached right there, see? Or kind of went just, yeah. So when I removed it, you have that, so that's easily fixed, but I didn't bother doing it yet because I might want to put this back together again for my T800 at some point. So, and one of the silver baller type guns that I've been using with the Bank Robber Joker glove there, nice and black leather glove, just like 47's from I think the Contracts game, when he didn't have the little hole here like he does now in Absolution. So that's why I was able to get away with these, because they are accurate depending on what game you're basing it on. So that's pretty nice. And a really manky kitchen knife that is usually with my Michael Myers custom. Very grimy, nasty, but it's still a big kitchen knife, so handy for 47 to have something like this. Two of these, whatever they're called, no idea. MP something? That could be completely wrong. As I said, I don't know my guns. So you guys out there must be screaming at your screens right now. But yeah, feel free to let me know what these are actually, because it would be nice to know. But yeah, two of them. Double trouble. Little 1/6 scale scalpel, again from the 1984 Tech Noir T800. If you have that figure and you want to do a Hitman custom, then you're laughing, because you're going to have loads of little treats for him. Very nice. Sharp too. Yes, the scalpel. These bullets, they came with the sniper rifle. They're metal. They're very small, so I'm going to use the tweezers rather than giving you a massive close-up of my fingers, so that's gross. It's probably not focusing very well, but yeah, there they are. There's not much to them, but they are pretty cool. You get 5 of them. And one axe for chopping and lopping. Repainted. This one came with, this is a Sideshow one from an old figure, I think. Oh gosh, who was it? Ash? Maybe Ash? Or maybe one of the Jasons, I'm not too sure. One of you guys out there must know. But anyway, this was repainted because it had a kind of not very good paint blood effect on it. But yeah, just an axe. So here is the massive, totally metal, well I think it's totally metal, sniper rifle. And it is made by Mini Toys. It's the MWML96A1 Mini Toys. And it comes in 3 different colours. Got the kind of green that's showing up as a different colour here, but it actually is green. That's kind of like a sand, and you've got the black. I think the camera setting that I'm on is changing colours, so, or making colours appear different. But yeah, it's very cool. This comes off, it just rests in there, it doesn't really stay in place very well. That comes off, and this silencer is removable. The magazine comes out, but I've stuck it in there with a little thumbtack just to kind of keep it in place, because it keeps falling out all the time. This lowers down or raises up so that you can keep it balanced on a surface. The bolt action works and can come out completely. Very nice. A little bit frustrating because of the weight. It's very hard to get 47 to do what I wanted to do with this because it's so heavy. But it's still great to have, and there's loads of poses that are still achievable with a bit of work. So, it's very nice. Respect version of Scarface by Enterbay. I don't know what the technical name for this gun is. It doesn't quite look like a Beretta, but it could be. It looks a bit too small to be a Beretta, I'm not too sure. I don't really know my guns at all. But it's got a little silencer that goes on there. Nice little treat, little bonus for 47. The 1984 Terminator T800 Tech Noir version, Uzi 9mm. I haven't really used this with 47 much, it just doesn't really seem to suit him, but it is in the arsenal, so always good to have an Uzi. Shotgun came with, this was also with the 1984 Tech Noir version of the T800. Yes, that was another one of his weapons, so very nice to have this. I did use this for a couple of shots. Nice gun, great detail, and it cocks. So I think I've covered pretty much everything there is to cover with this guy now, so I'm going to wrap up the video. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who stuck around to the end. Also a massive thank you to the people who just flick through and look for something interesting. Massive thank you to the people who just watch it for a few minutes, get bored and leave. Thank you to you too, genuinely, because you know it all counts at the end of the day. So I hope you have found it somewhat entertaining and informative. Let me know if there's anything that I've missed out, anything you might want to know about the figure. I'll try and cover it in a future video if it needs to be done, or I'll just contact you back and let you know what you need to know. That's it, he's complete, he's done. Just need to get myself some silencers for his silver ballers, and a nicer tie, because as I said before, that tie is rubbish. It was only about £2 on eBay. That's like $4.50 or something, and it snags if you even look at it, so I will get myself a better tie soon, but you know, it's fine for now, he's done. Don't forget to like the video because it'll help push it up in the searches, and thank you again for sticking around and watching it, and thank you for all the support over the years. It really means a lot, every single comment, you know, can't express, you know, how much it means to have that kind of support when you're doing something like this. You know, a lot of people can just dismiss it and, you know, think you're doing something silly, and maybe we are, but certainly makes me happy, and it makes me happy to know that I'm maybe entertaining you guys for even just a few minutes. So yeah, thank you very much guys, and I hope you've enjoyed it. As I said, let me know if there's anything you want to know about this guy, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. Well, that's what he looks like with the T2 DX10 Arnie glasses on. They fit really well and they look pretty cool. Yes. Bad to the bone.